Hello, friends, and welcome to Tuesday's training. Today's topic is you have a choice. So, welcome to Tuesday's training, where every day Diana Lidstone, that's me, goes live right around 1 o'clock on Tuesdays to share with you some knowledge and some wisdom and things that you can implement that will either save you money and time or make you money and time. So today's topic is all about the choices that we all have. And I think you can probably apply today's lesson to whether it's your relationships, whether it's your life, or whether it is your business. I'm going to share with you 3 steps. But first of all, I want to read a little something to you. And this is the perspective that I'm coming from today. If you always do what you always did, you're going to get what you always got. And so it's really easy for us to not make a choice and for us to stay where we are, doing the things that we always did and kind of expecting something different. And I believe it was Albert Einstein who said, the definition of insanity is doing the same things over and over again, but expecting a different result. So we all have choices on how we live our lives, how we grow our businesses. So I want to share 3 steps with you today that will help you get clear on what you want. And so the word of the day is clarity. Many business owners that I talk to are not clear on what it is that they actually want. What do you want from your business? And I don't mean, I want flexibility and freedom. Well, that's great. But what does that mean exactly? How could you measure that? And so if you are watching today, thank you to all of you who are watching right now. So let's type in hashtag clarity, and let me know that you're here and where you are calling in from. So I'd really appreciate that. So get clear on what you want from your business. And there are 4 things that you can do. You can measure it. So measure, how much time do you actually want to put in? How much money do you want your business to pay you in terms of profit? There's a difference between revenue and profit. So you've got to measure it. What is it that you want exactly? The second part of that is write it out. It's put it down on paper, whether it is simply an index card, whether it is in a journal. Write it out. What does a perfect day in your business look like going forward in 3 years, in 5 years? What does your perfect day look like? Well, my perfect day that I have written out hundreds and hundreds of times is that I wake up, I look out my fantastic windows of my bedroom, and I see palm trees. That's right, palm trees. And then I know that I am someplace warm and I am not in Canada in the winter. And that's how my perfect day starts. The rest of my perfect day happens to be about delivering content to groups, speaking online, having a team in the background that runs my business, right? So I have written it out. I have dreamt about it. Some of the things in my perfect day, they're things that I wish for, intentions that I set. And the 4th thing about it is, what is the energy that it takes, your internal vibration, to create that clarity? So get clear on what you want. Now, if there are any of you here who would like a document hashtag clarity map. So I have a workbook, a little workbook that I created. I often hand it out to potential clients, and it's about helping you get clear on what you want from your business. Now, we can do this in terms of our own lives. Where is it that you want to live? What's your perfect house? It's not a dream board, but it is about the same kind of thing. It is about knowing specifically what you want, being clear about it, and setting an intention. That's step number 1. Step number 2 is focus. So if we're clear about what we want and we focus our energy and attention and our activities on making this come true, then we're going to get closer to what we want in our businesses. So I'll give you an example. Last year in November, so maybe about a year ago, I set an intention that I wanted to establish my business from coast to coast in Canada. Previously, it had just been sort of in the Ontario-Quebec corridor. And so that was my intention, my overall intention. I had thought that the way that this was going to play out, so the activities that I generated from that were that I spoke at, I did a breakout session at our CAPS National Convention with the idea that this would, people would ask me to speak at the chapters across Canada, and I would speak across Canada. Well, then COVID happened. That didn't happen. But I did make, at that convention, some amazing connections. And then I joined a networking group, and I have made connections across Canada, even though I physically did not travel. And I have now built my business across Canada. So sometimes the activities that we think are going to make this happen don't happen the way we want. But if we still focus on the overall picture, then it will happen. So I hope that makes sense. And I promised you 3 steps. Step number 3. Do step number 2 again. I know it's kind of silly, but I wanted to make it 3 steps. So get really, really clear on what it is you want in your business. Focus on the activities to make that happen. And those are typically revenue generating activities. If you keep this in mind all the time, then you simply have to ask yourself, is this activity going to help me accomplish that? If it doesn't, then it's not the right activity for you, right? And step number 3 is do it all again, right? And maybe step number 1 will need to be tweaked as you go along, and that is okay. But it is your dream. You have the choice to turn your dream into your business. It is your choice, and only you can make that choice. So I hope that this has been helpful for you. As I said, if you would like a copy of the Clarity Map, even if you are watching the replay, simply put hashtag Clarity Map, and I'd be happy to send that to you. Thanks very much for those of you who are watching live. I give a big shout out to you. Thank you so much. And I will be back next Tuesday with another free training in Tuesday's training in Shift Your Biz. Sharing is caring. Invite your friends. Thank you so much. Bye for now.